Hala, I'm now talking to the Deputy Minister of Justice and hider of spy tapes, John Jeffery. Hey, Deputy Minister, how's it going?
I'm good, thanks. How are you, Chester?
I'm very well. Listen, the Department of Justice doesn't actually choose judges. It doesn't actually put people in jail. You don't even keep spy tapes. So what do you actually really do?
Administration of justice, so the court administration. We're responsible for things like legal aid, for maintenance, for passing laws, criminal laws, for the sheriffs of the court. The Public Protector and the Human Rights Commission's budget comes to us.
You should have said
so
lots of
range of things.
The conviction rate for murder apparently is just 13%. So basically, we're more likely to go to jail for not paying our TV license than if you kill someone.
Look, I'm not sure where you get that statistic from, but most of the cases that end up in court, the conviction rate is much higher.
Oh.
But obviously, you need evidence before the matter can go into court, and that depends on...
But you guys can plant, you get the police to plant that. Apparently, that works.
I don't think so.
That doesn't work?
It doesn't work, no.
It seemed to work at Marikana. Listen. Our president had like 7, maybe 8 million counts of corruption being charged against him. And suddenly, you know, they seem to disappear. Do you think he might, maybe, perhaps, even a little bit, have a reason to want to influence the judiciary?
I doubt, because remember, he had his case thrown out of court twice.
Yeah, well,
by two judges, in fact.
Sort of, perhaps, maybe. I don't think
there's no maybes about it. 2 judges threw the case out of court.
You made fat jokes about Lindiwe Mazibuko, and you are the Deputy Minister of Justice. Isn't that like catching the Minister of Intelligence selling drugs? That's not a Cheryl Twele joke, by the way.
No, not entirely, and I didn't make a direct fat joke.
Yeah.
I said something at the end of a speech in response to the way she was behaving.
Yeah.
It wasn't appropriate.
Yeah.
And I apologized in Parliament
for that. Thank you. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. Why does Lindiwe get so much sexism from the ANC, though?
Well, Parliament is not a place where people are nice to each other.
Yeah.
Particularly people from different parties.
You see, fat jokes have become normal. That's where we're at. You should put it in the Constitution. Do you have a copy of the Constitution?
I've got a copy of the Constitution.
Then you should read it. You did a speech saying we should have quiet diplomacy towards gay rights abuses in Uganda.
The issue is how we relate to our neighbours and what is the best way of having an impact on them. So we could condemn things, but find that the reaction from those countries and the people in those countries is just simply to write us off.
But I mean, how do you have quiet human rights? That's like being on diet and eating lunch bars. Human rights must be shouted and clap. No, Donna.
Okay, so we shout out about human rights, and then what will the impact be?
Well, that's what you wanted people to do about apartheid, and they did. Why is this any different?
Well,
would you have liked the English to have quiet human rights about apartheid? Oh, they did. That's the problem.
Yes, but the difference was that apartheid was an undemocratic system. You have a democracy.
So is making gay people go to...
you have a democracy. You have a democracy in Uganda. I read on the internet, maybe it's not accurate, that something like 80% of the people in Uganda supported the bill.
Listen, how did you make a court trial an hour and a half late waiting for an Afrikaans interpreter in Pretoria? I mean, that's where they make Afrikaans people. That's like running out of sushi at Kenny Koneni's house.
Okay, I think part of the problem was because the trial was held so publicly that the interpreter who'd been chosen got a bit traumatized with the thought of having to translate in front of the whole world.
Is the state f***ing themselves at Oscar Pistorius' lawyer, Barry Roo? Because he's ripping you guys to pieces.
Well, I think it's better not to comment on what's happening in court. Everyone can see what is happening, but that's up to the prosecution.
Do you think he will interrogate the bathroom door and ask if it was really closed?
I have no idea.
Okay, no, listen, cut to the point. What is the maximum amount a lawyer can ask a witness the same question before we can say he's a chop?
That's quite subjective. So
was load shedding payback for us booing the president at Bafana?
I doubt. I think load shedding was around technical problems with Eskom.
Yeah. No. I'm out of here. Thanks, Uncle.
Okay, thanks, Chester.
It's been fun talking to you.
Nice talking to you too.
Go arrest someone or do whatever you bloody agents do.
News that moves. ENCA.com.